Good evening, everyone, and welcome to McDonald Stadium in Malden, Massachusetts, a place I was kidding with Rob and Howie that only God can find on a Friday night. Want to welcome back Howie Neal from his 2-week trip, and Howie, it's good to have you back. Bruce Byam, Rob Rousseau, and cast of maybe 5 other spectators here tonight. We're going to do a little bit of an abbreviated show in this one. We're playing our 800th football game. The Chelmsford Lions, back in their history, started 1927. Tonight is game number 800. And Howie, will go to you first. The Lions are coming off 4 losses in a row.
Well, I'm hoping to bring them some luck after being away for 2 weeks. And the Lions have run into a couple of buzzsaws in Central. That was a tough game. I did see the tape on that. The Andover game, they just were just overmatched. So tonight, hopefully they'll bounce back, and I'll bring them a little luck, and we'll see how they do.
Rob, the Lions are beaten up. They have a lot of people now on the injured list. It's been that way all season long, but particularly tonight.
Yeah, we had a tough game against Andover, and we're missing 3 or 4 kids on the defense. Both Marinos are down. Calicchio, I think, was hurt. Something wrong with his knee. You're going to see some young kids start tonight, and this Malden team doesn't look too tough on paper, but when you're down, you're rushed like on a night. The team just got here about 15 minutes ago. This could be ugly.
Malden is a team that's 2-6 in a record, but they score a lot of points. They're averaging about 27 points a football game, so they can light it up. We've got 4 great packs for you tonight. Couple of coaches, Eli Chimbakis, Johnny King, and 2 real solid juniors, Devin Lecken and Todd Dowry. Let's give our predictions. We'll go to those packs, and we'll get this game started. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Lions 28, Malden 24.
Lions 35, Malden 14.
And I think similarly to both of you, I'm going to say 34 for the Lions and 20 for Malden. Let's hope we're all right tonight. The Lions need a victory on game number 800. Stay tuned for the packs. We'll be back with the opening kickoff following those 4 packs. Thank you to Steve McDonald and Craig Robinson. Thank you for their work tonight, and I appreciate it.
I have the offensive line coach, Coach G, Eli Gumbakis, out here, and we're going to talk a little football coming up this week. We got Malden. The first question I have for you today, Eli, is, I just read downstairs that this is going to be our 800th game for Chelmsford High School football. That's a long time, obviously. How do you feel about coaching in the 800th game for Chelmsford?
It is absolutely remarkable. The tradition that our program has, 800 games, it's an honor to be part of that. And the fact that these kids get to play in that and we get to coach in it, it really is an honor.
Now, coaching the offensive line, we've had a couple of losses in a row now. I'm looking at, it seems like we're pretty dinged up. If you look right behind us, we have a cast of injuries out behind us, and you've had your share in the offensive line. What are we doing to get kids ready and having to be maybe more versatile for the whole offensive line?
Yeah, we've had some injury problems, the past 3 or 4 weeks, but I've been lucky. I've had a couple sophomores that really stepped in and really did a nice job. Jack Hansberry, Jake Giampa, those guys really have stepped in and did a nice job for me.
Well, we got Coach G right here telling us a little bit about the offense and a little bit about Malden this week. We'll see if they can hang in there with our, power run game this week from Malden Stadium. Thanks, Coach G, and get back to practice. I know people are looking for you. I'm here with Todd Dowry, defensive back for the Chelmsford football team. I don't know if you know this, but this week happens to be our 800th game in school history. How do you feel about possibly playing in the 800th game?
Well, it makes you notice the tradition that goes on at Chelmsford High with football and, how much it means to the town. And, we're really excited to be able to be a part of a milestone like that.
Being Malden, how are we preparing any different this week than weeks in the past when we're talking about Merrimack Valley teams?
It's always different, not playing an MVC team, playing a team that we haven't played before. We're just going to try and do what we do best and, try and handle whatever they throw at us.
All right, so right now we're 4-4. We got 3 games left. How does the team feel about the next 3 games and really trying to, gain some momentum going into next year and into Thanksgiving? And what's the motivating factor? Is it getting, over 500 and ending on a good note?
Yeah, the past couple of weeks have been a little disappointing. I don't think any of the teams any of the players on the team are down about it, but everyone's excited to try and get that 500 mark, be a part of a big milestone like that, and to be able to do it on Thanksgiving, that'd be even sweeter. So that's what we're working towards.
That's the great thing about Thanksgiving Day football in and our league. We still have huge games left. We get to play Lowell, which is a crosstown rival, and then we get obviously our biggest rival in Barica on Thanksgiving Day. Good luck for the rest of the season, and thanks for coming over.
Thank you.
All right, we're here live at the CHS football practice field. I got Devin Lecken right next to me, two-way star for Chelmsford High School. Devin, we're playing in our 800th game in school history here for Chelmsford High School. How does it feel to be part of that tradition in playing in the 800th game?
It's pretty good. I mean, the Chelmsford program's had a lot of tradition for a while, so keep it going with a win.
It's nice to play for a program with such tradition and history. Now we're coming off a couple of losses, and that's not, that doesn't happen much around here. How's the team handling it? How are we going to turn it around? We have 3 games left. A big part of these 3 games is trying to get back to 500. Well, we are 500, but finishing the season over 500.
There's not much. I mean, we're really working hard in practice and working hard on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, which are preparing us for Fridays, but just a couple bad breaks. And especially for the first 3 losses, a couple plays really decided the game.
Now, we're playing Malden, who we don't have much history with. Kind of ironic that it's our 800th game. You think we might be playing somebody that we have a little more history with. How's it different preparing for Malden rather than a normal MVC opponent?
Well, they run the spread offense just like every other MVC team does. So it's an offense that we're going to know and a team we should be able to beat.
And good luck this week against Malden.
Thank you.
CHS football practice field. I got Devin Lecken right next to me, two-way star for Chelmsford High School. Devin, we're playing in our 800th game in school history here for Chelmsford High School. How does it feel to be part of that tradition in playing in the 800th game?
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap snacks Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday.
Eat well and move a lot.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday.
All the healthy children, all the healthy children.
Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
I look up to a lot of the older heads, the innovators, the heads of the art movements of the past. They kept it really edgy and like a lot of the Latin American muralists and Latin American artists, and their styles were very unique and new to their time. Somewhat controversial, but that's who I look up to mainly. Personally, I'm very excited about going to college. It's something new and it's something different than what I'm used to. I'm definitely going to be a little out of my element, but that's what makes it so exciting is that, it's something fresh. Well, there's so many opportunities that I think I could miss out on if I didn't go, Getting into college takes planning and vision. It's just like when I take a brick wall and turn it into a canvas for my art. Paintings help me realize that I've got what it takes.
I'm Anne-Marie Fiore, Director of Technology and Information for the Chelmsford Public Schools.
And I'm Frank Tiano, the Superintendent of Schools.
Please join us for Inside CPS at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. here only on CTM Ed.
And for those of you unfamiliar with Inside CPS, this is the show that takes you inside the Chelmsford Public Schools, where we highlight our students, our staff, and the outstanding program that we have here for our students in Chelmsford. Before we go, I'd like to say, go Lions!
Good evening once again, everybody, from Malden, Massachusetts. Bruce Byam, Howie Neal, Rob Russo, Ronna Berman, high above the stadium. The teams are here. The field is wet. The rain, though, is starting to let up a little bit. Tonight is the 800th football game in the history of Chelmsford football, as we alluded to in the pregame show. Starting in 1927, we're in our 85th year of football. And Chelmsford has had 60 winning seasons, and they're trying to add to that tonight. Howie, this is an opponent that sometimes their record is not great, a little bit difficult to get up for a team like this.
Right. That's right, Bruce. I years ago when I was coaching, I knew Paul Finn, who was the head coach here. And Paul was an excellent coach, and he had some good teams, and then the hard times hit for the city of Malden, and I think the numbers went down, and they play in a tough league.
Greater Boston League, yes.
The GBL with Everett and
here come the Lions with Bruce Rich
and Revere and Somerville. So they have a tough league as well, but they're a very gamey team, and their kids will be tough and they'll hit. So the Lions have to be ready, and I know the Lions will hit.
Rob, what's the outlook during the week, Chelmsford Lions? We know there are injuries. We alluded to that. What do you think is your impression of the team coming into this?
Well, it was a tough week. First of all, we had a hurricane that kind of interrupted practice for a day, and a lot of people are practicing injured, and some people aren't practicing at all. As we said at pregame, the Marinos are out tonight. We're starting a sophomore and a backup and another sophomore. I think the key to tonight's game is to try to get some spark. The offense has to get some first downs. They have to move the ball. Against the Andover game last week, the offense punted away or fumbled away the ball. The ball didn't bounce our way at all, and defense was stuck in a lot of hard positions. And as we know, our defense is struggling anyway. So this is a game I think you have to go at it, go after them, and come into the last two league games on a high.
Thanks, Rob. We look forward to exactly what you said happening tonight. Malden has won the toss. They are going to receive the football. They're going to be going from right to left across the TV. Golden pants, blue shirts, gold helmets. Golden Tornadoes is their nickname. As you can see, two of the Chelmsford captains are in street clothes. That's never a good sign. Matt Rabito is the only one playing, and he's dinged up a little bit. So we're about ready to kick it off for game number 800. And I don't think we've seen every one of those. We've seen probably most of them,
right.
But not all of them, that's for sure. We're going to play pause for the national anthem, so we'll pause with the Malden Band.
Marching Band.
R80.
Were they also supposed to meet us here?
Yeah, I called him when we got here, and he said the field guy would take care of you.
Let's have a round of applause for the Malden High School Golden Tornado award-winning marching band.
The 800th game, we played 68 different schools. We're playing Malden for the very first time in our history, so it's really kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay, the kickoff is just about ready to start. Charlie Kalenda has it teed up at the 40-yard line, and we'll try to get the names of the Malden deep backs for you. We're working on a little bit in the dark here tonight, more so than usual for us. So we'll do the best we can. It's a turf field. The field is very well lit. Number 4, and that is
Number 4 is Frank Wynn.
Frank Wynn.
Right?
Yep,
And,
Frank Wynn.
and number 25. That one is.
Number 25 is Ralph. I can't.
Number 4, Frank Quinn. Number 25, Ralph
Duperville, says the announcer. Tough to make out his name. Kalenda is ready. The Lions are ready. The ball falls off the tee. It's still raining just a tiny bit. And we're here with a few of our loved ones and friends. That's about it tonight, folks.
Yes.
Right in the middle of the tee station. But a beautiful field, very well lit. Here we go. Kalenda hits it fairly deep to about the 23-yard line. And that is Wynn, Franklin Wynn. Takes it back to the 32-yard line. And Rabito there to make the stop. And also along with Rabito, Martel. So the quarterback is Jake Martino. He is a senior. He has had a good season so far, even though the team is only 2-6. And he spreads out the team. He has 2 backs beside him.
Number 7, Jake Martino.
Direct snap and a big hole. Handoff straight ahead with big running room to the 40, to the 30, and he's going to take this.
No, we got a block in the back, Bruce.
All the way, and we got a flag, though.
We have a flag in the 35, block in the back.
So, fortunately, we do see a flag out there, and boy, the Lions are going to catch a break here. That was going to be a 69-yard touchdown run, but the block in the back is at about the 32-yard line, so that's going to move it back a little bit.
Penalized for a block in the back.
Franklin Wynn with great speed, Howie.
Yes,
Big hole.
There was a big hole, and Franklin made good use of his speed and made it through the hole. And actually, this is number 5 running with the ball. Yep. And you'll see the block in the back right there, number 4. Number 5 was the ball carrier here.
Sorry.
Yep.
I said we were in the dark, and we really are.
I can give you a number.
Handoff straight ahead, coming up the middle. And
about a yard, it'll be second down.
Gain of a yard is going to be 2nd and 9. And the ball that time was carried by Gene Sylvan. Yeah, 3.
Number 5 is Ray Sanders still.
We're getting some help here, and we need it, that's for sure. 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line. Handoff again, coming across the middle, and not much there this time. The Lions are there to stack it up. And one of the first Lions there, Sean Serrault, number 11.
Perhaps about 2 yards. Second and about 3rd and about 7.
So we've got 3rd and 7. The ball is at the 39-yard line of Chelmsford. Just underway, first quarter.
Who was that last ball carrier?
Rodney Blaze, number 2.
Oh, 2, thank you. Okay.
Okay, Martino stands alone, stands with 2 backs. Puts 1 in motion, rolls to his left.
Number 3 wide open.
And it's knocked down. A great play.
I think it might be recovered by the Lions.
Kalenda, is that a fumble?
Yes.
It is a fumble. Kalenda knocked the ball away, and a good thing because they had a receiver that was open down the field.
Yes, Gene Sylvain was wide open down the sideline, number 3.
And Kalenda came up with a big play and fumble recovery for the Lions, so they will start it in good field position. 1st and 10 at the 40. They haven't put it down yet. 41-yard line. Jack Kempsmith, the Lions quarterback. You can see the Lions offensive line. We'll get to some of these guys as the game goes along. Cody Merrill, good to see him back in the lineup tonight as he was not able to play last week. Number 77 is Jonathan Morse. Kempsmith, number 8, has in the backfield has Jeff Dioria, number 42.
And Sean Sorrell, number 11.
It's a handoff to Dioria. He turns the corner with speed at the 50 and blasts across the 50 to the 45-yard line.
Nice job by Jeff there.
14 yards.
And a good block downfield. I want to say it was Johnson, number 2. Greg Johnson was doing a nice job downfield blocking.
You could see it on the replay. Lions have a first down. First play of the game was successful for the Lions. Dioria has great speed. He's closing in on 800 yards on the season. Kempsmith fakes the handoff, rolls, has a receiver. That's Van Gelder at the 30 and knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So pass completion to Van Gelder.
Van Gelder pushed out of bounds by number 4, Franklin Wynn. It's good for a first down.
The ball is now placed at the 24-yard line. That was a 23-yard pickup.
The drive, 1st and 10 from the Malden 24-yard line.
Nice little slide route by Eric Van Gelder. Did a little swim move on his defender and got to the sideline. Nice throw and catch.
Van Gelder has caught his 45th pass of the season, and he's averaging 12 yards. He picked up about twice that on that particular play. Kempsmith, fumble, and Dioria falls on it. Handed it off to Dioria. He's going to be knocked back a couple of yards now. They're going to going to spot it back at the 26-yard line. Loss of 2.
Loss of about 2 yards.
Here's the handoff. Just didn't quite get there. Took it on the hip.
Ball at the 26-yard line.
Dioria came into this game with 769 yards rushing on the season. Sorrell beside Kempsmith, Dioria behind him. Van Gelder out to the corner. Kempsmith looks to throw it, throws it out of bounds. And it's going to be 3rd now and 11.
Nice job there by Jack Kempsmith to see everybody was covered. It was a coverage sack. He had some pressure on him, and he wisely dumped the ball out of bounds in the vicinity of Van Gelder, so there was no grounding.
Let's see what the Lions come with now on 3rd down. This drive started for them at about the 41-yard line, their own 41, and they've pushed it into Malden territory. Taking a little bit of time in the huddle.
3rd and 12 from the 26-yard line.
Dioria is still. Devin Lecken is the tight end on the right. Fake it to Dioria. They're looking for the screen to Johnson. He has the ball, but so does Malden. Snuffed that out very well. No gain on the play.
About a 1-yard gain. They're going to set the ball on about the 25, I think, Bruce.
So it's going to be 3rd and still 3rd and about 12.
No gain on the play.
No gain.
Right. 4th down and 12 from the 26-yard line.
So obviously 4-down territory for the Lions. A little bit far for Kalender to stretch this one out. So it's a passing situation. Van Gelder comes to the right. Zach Lattimore is in the slot. Kempsmith straight back. Looks over the middle, has Van Gelder, and it's just off his hands. A wet football, and Eric not able to pull it in at the 9-yard line. Malden will stop the Lions, and they will take over at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, the ball just got a little away from Jack on that throw, and it was thrown high. And Eric, as you'll see in the replay, Eric had to go up for it, and there was a contact by the defender at the same time, and the ball just slipped out.
Gene Sylvan, the defender, number 3, and he did a nice job on that play. He handled it well, but it was a completion that could have been made. All right, Malden will start 1st and 10, their second possession of the game. They're at the 27-yard line. Inside handoff and getting the corner, and that is number 5. That's Ray Sanisto.
Taken down by number 27.
Sanisto, the ball carrier, and taken down on the play by Joe Fontaine of the Lions.
That was the play they opened up with there.
Ball at the 28-yard line.
Instead of inside, he tried to bounce it outside.
Right. The Lions made him go to the outside. Did a nice job. Just to give up 2 yards there.
Joe Fontaine playing that well. It's 2nd down and 8 now for Malden. Don't see too many left-handed quarterbacks, but we got one now.
And he's going to be
sacked. Nice defensive play coming through. That time is
number 41 for the Lions, Chris Robinson.
That's a new name that we haven't mentioned too often this year,
right.
Howie.
Chris, 5'8", 170-pound junior. Excellent job by Chris.
Loss of 6-7 on the play. The ball is back to the 22-yard line. It's 3rd and 14. That's something we didn't see too often last week with Scarpa. He was stacked the cup, hurried a few times, but let's see if the Lions can get off the field now, the defense. Low snap.
Screen.
It's a screen, and it's snuffed out by the Lions. That's an incompleted pass. So that's going to be a 4th down punting situation now for Malden, and that's probably the best defensive series we've had in a long, long time.
That was, and the intended receiver was Saren still again. Ray.
On the play, 4th down for the Golden Tornadoes.
Van Gelder is back standing at about the 50-yard line. The punter
is Saren still again, number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
He's doing everything at the moment.
He's a busy man right now.
Back to receive.
And a low snap, but a nice kick. Van Gelder, they kicked it away from Van Gelder, and it goes out of bounds at about the 45, 40, they're going to say 48-yard line.
All right, nice field position for the Lions there.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
RBIs and 36 homers. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it deep back into the stands.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Bruce Beim, hi, this is Bruce Rich on the other side. Sal Lapoli, Howie Neal, Rob Russo, Ronna Berman from Malden, Massachusetts. The Lions' second possession, first quarter, 5:43 to play. And we've got a flag. We've got a big hole, but a small hole, but flag anyway. So this is probably going to be motion against the Lions.
Yes.
So Malden will gain 5 yards. It'll push the ball back across the 50. So we've had 2 drives now, and on 2 first down plays, we've had a negative. We've had a fumble on one of them, and a 5-yard penalty on the other one.
Yeah.
So,
5-yard penalty brings up
not the way you want to start against a team that's 2 and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Another round of applause for the cheerleaders.
All right, the Lions come to the line of scrimmage. So far, Camp Smith has not come under center. He's been in the pistol set.
Just the previous play was.
Right, that's the only one. This is Dioria trying to turn the corner, and he does not get the corner. Nice defensive stop out there that time.
Right. He tried to bounce it outside, and the tackle was made, I believe, I thought it was 40.
Number 10, I think.
10, yes, it was. Number 10.
Jensen Ayuk. So Lions are now facing a 2nd and 18, and the ball is back to the 44. So this game has sort of sputtered a little bit. Both offenses not able to establish what would be considered a real drive here. It's early. And the Lions, as I said, are banged up. Camp Smith is going to throw it. He looks to the flat, and it's looking for Dioria, and he was just well covered there. No chance.
The ball was thrown behind him.
Dioria is broken up by
Paul Kernan. McKinnon was right there. If Dioria had caught the ball, it would have been a bigger loss. So it's now 3rd and 18. Malden does have some quickness defensively. They also have some size defensively.
They do, and they're reacting very well. They're reading their keys. They're not getting out of position.
Van Gelder is at the bottom. Camp Smith, I think, was looking screen. Now he fires. Van Gelder's wide open at the 40. Johnson fighting for yardage, and he's close to first down. Let's see where they spot him.
He's going to be right at the first down marker, I believe, Bruce.
34th catch of the season for Greg, and he was wide open, and Camp Smith hit him, and I think they're going to give him the first down. Yes, they are. So a big completion to Greg Johnson gets the Lions out of a 3rd and 18 situation.
Yeah, Jack, the Lions called their dash play, and Greg Johnson ran a nice route, was wide open, and he knew where the stakes were because he was right at the first down mark when he was tackled.
All right, the Lions for the first time tonight show the stack eye backfield. And now they shift out of it. So Ralton Rabito offset to the left. The Lions run it that way. Dioria pounds ahead for about 3 down to the 35-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 7 or 8. Rob, your impression so far?
Well, I think we're seeing a start of a game when you have a hurricane hit you, you don't practice for a couple of days. It's a short week in school, and so I think we look a little sluggish. Defense is making some stops. The offense is making some big plays, but not really kind of driving.
Well, let me also interject, Bruce and Rob. I think the bus ride is still in their system. It was a long ride. They got here and they had to warm up in a hurry.
Very good point, Howie. It's fumbled by Camp Smith. He picks it up, and once again, the ball is on the AstroTurf, and that's not a good place for it. It's going to be 3rd down now, and at least 10, maybe 11. 3rd and 11.
Yeah.
I think he was looking for his. Here it is. He sort of bumped into Dioria again.
In my coaching experience, a quarterback has to use his stomach as a third hand to hold the ball in and not have it deflect like that. So he bumped into one of his running backs on the fake.
Right.
And rather than using his stomach as a third hand to control the ball, it ended up being on the turf, and the Lions were lucky to recover.
3rd and 11. About 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Camp Smith going to toss it again. He has a man. It's caught.
Van Gelder.
And that's Van Gelder. That pass was right on the mark, and Van Gelder hauls it in for his 2nd reception of the night, his 46th of the season. And I think sometimes we forget that Camp Smith is a sophomore.
Right. And not to berate him because it was a completion, but he threw that on as he was running away from the line of scrimmage.
So the Lions have the ball inside the 20 at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
Jack is showing a good strong arm on his throws tonight.
And he's been throwing a lot. He hands this one off. This is Dioria.
Okay.
Inside to about the 16, 17-yard line. Wait a minute, to the 13-yard line. 13, excuse me.
Right, nice.
Gain of 4.
Yeah.
And timeout is taken by the Lions. Yep, Chelmsford has taken their first timeout, 32nd timeout.
Yeah, good. This is a good opportunity. I think a good time for them to take the timeout. The Lions is getting a little drive going. They're getting a little confidence. I think Coach Rich wants to remind the boys about a few of their assignments and what plays they'll call down in here in the red zone.
While we have a moment just to go back over some of the 800 games, the Lions have had 19 conference championships, 5 state championships, undefeated teams in 63, 87, 91, and 94. They have 179 shutouts in those 800 games.
Wow.
None this year.
No.
Maybe tonight.
It's almost 22%.
Yeah. Good math, partner. All right, it's a 2nd and 6 now. They're going to give it to Dioria again. He's got a hole this time. nice block there in the corner, and he's down close to the goal.
He's in.
They
yes.
gave him the touchdown. 13-yard touchdown run by Jeff Dioria, his 15th of the season.
A nice run there by Jeff. He started inside and set up his blockers.
We got a
and then
great
was able
block
to
on
cut
the
back
corner
to the
by
outside.
somebody. Let's check it out here.
We see it here. You'll see him dip inside
That's
and then
Van
come
Gelder.
back out. Van Gelder, nice
Yeah.
stock block out there.
Great block by Van Gelder. Charlie Kalender is on to add the extra point. Kalenda has 20 on the season, looking for number 21. High snap, ball down, kick up, kick is good, and Kalenda has number 21. Van Gelder was the holder on that play. I think Rob said in the beginning of the night that Colicchio is not able to go tonight. Is that correct, Rob?
Right.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap snacks Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday. Eat well and move a lot. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. All the healthy children, all the healthy children.
Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Here's the replay of the kickoff, folks.
First and 10 from their own 35
The
yards.
kick is going to come to number 4, and that's
Ralph Duperville.
Frankie Wynn.
Oh, that's
Number 4, right?
it is 4.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Frank Wynn.
Yeah.
You're right.
And Lattimore, one of the tacklers for the Lions, a lot of tacklers for the Lions. They bring it out to the 35, and it's a completed pass to Win, and it's Martino to Win, and that's a pickup to the 47, so that's 12 yards on the first down.
Right. Nice quick throw and catch there from Martino to Win. Quick slant in on the right side.
We are broadcasting tonight from the rooftop of the press box. It's getting a little cooler up here and as the night moves along. But football weather, I guess.
Yes, it is. Although, when we have a moment, I'll relay a little information to you that I picked up over my travels.
Martino to the side, and big first down catch again. And that's Sylvan out there to pick up another 12 yards. So Martino to Sylvan.
Number 21, Alex Frecker.
Ball is now at the 42-yard line. Frecker on the tackle. Another underclassman. Lions are playing a bunch of young people tonight, and Malden has taken a timeout.
Yep.
Yeah, Malden's taken a full timeout.
Oh, okay. It's a quarter, I guess.
Oh, the clock is not right. Yeah, the clock is a little off.
The clock is a little off. Okay.
Thought it seemed a little long, but showed 1:32, but not even close.
Well, you mentioned the fall weather, Bruce, and in my travels last Friday, it was 85 degrees at Mission Viejo, and that was the high school of Mark Sanchez, the Jets quarterback.
I bet he wishes he was still there too.
And the Mission Viejo Diablos are 10-0 at this juncture, getting ready for the playoffs.
Don't say playoffs, Howie. That's a bad word.
High school.
Rob,
California playoffs.
First quarter.
Well, Chelmsford showed up at about 6:45, 45 minutes late due to bus problems, whatever. Well, Malden wanted to go right away, so we didn't warm up like we normally warm up. It's a cold night, it's a rainy night. Our offense is making some big plays. They finally put one in. Our defense is pretty stingy right now. I'm hoping we wake up a little bit in the second quarter.
Thanks, Rob. It's 1st and 10 to start the second quarter. Malden is at the 41-yard line of Chelmsford. Couple of successive completed passes, and this is a handoff. It looks like Wynn with the handoff. And number 18 for the Lions making that stop is Pat Healy.
Yep, Pat Healy.
Back to 18. He went to 54 for a while.
He was 54 for a while.
Yeah, now he's back.
Yep.
I think he's trying to fool old announcers. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8. Martino has his play from Coach Joe Papagallo. He's in his 4th season with Malden. 18 wins and 20 losses coming into tonight's football game. Martino rides the fullback and he keeps it, and now he pitches it, and this play is getting worse by the second. Man, wow. Each guy that was tackled got worse and worse.
Was negative yardage.
Yeah.
Each man, you're absolutely right.
That was the poor player that ended up with that football was number 5, and that's Savastino.
Sarastil.
Sarastil, thank you.
Ray Sarastil.
That's a loss of about 12 yards. It's back to the 49, and it's 3rd and 20 for Malden. They tried to run the option, but Lions would have no part of that whatsoever.
Right, there was an outside option there. Quarterback opted to keep the ball, not give it to the dive back. And then when he was engaged, he tried to pitch. And when he did pitch, the pitch man decided to reverse his field. Sarastil.
Martino has him in, and it's knocked down.
Nice
Beautiful
play.
Defensive play by the Lions.
Yeah, Alex Frecker on the play, number 21. Excellent job. Got his hand right on it. Nice, solid play.
Frecker, a junior, and he closed ground quickly. It's going to be 4th down now there's a flag on the play. Let's take a look at this.
Calling a Chelmsford captain. I think he might want him to decline it. We'll have 4th down and 20.
Flags on the play.
Holding,
punt.
and they did decline it, so it will be a punting situation. And back again is Van Gelder. They kicked it away from him the last time. Let's see what they do with this one.
Sarastil is a kicker. He's left-footed kicker. He showed a good leg.
Yes, he
kicked
did.
it away.
Sarastil is going to get this off from about his own 40. Van Gelder is back to the 20. Good snap. And high end over end. Van Gelder has time. He catches it. Gets a good block. And now they're going to call it block in the back.
Yes.
So
good call.
It was close, and I think the right call was made. Yep. So they're going to move it back 10 yards, but the Lions will have the football. Just you can't fault people when it's a hustle play like that one.
Exactly.
So it will be 1st and 10 for the Lions, and they're going to start at about the 20.
Going to be more like the 15, I think.
Let's see where they put it. They're going to put it just about the 16-yard line. 1st and 10. And the Lions would be nice to find 84 yards somehow here. Once again, it's Dioria.
Rubito is the up back.
And they give it straight ahead, and absolutely nothing.
Too much leakage there. The Lions offensive line, the inside, they're getting beaten on their gaps a little bit.
Rivera in on the stop, along with, let's see, one of his teammates, Accardi, Jared Accardi. So it's a loss of a yard. The Lions have had some good offensive plays, but they've also had quite a few negative offensive plays tonight so far. 2nd and 11. Once again, Camp Smith comes under center this time. Ben Malisi banged up, and he's back. Van Gelder again. Boy, has he been an all-star for the Lions.
Going to be about
this
a yard
year.
short, Bruce. I believe it'll be about a yard short.
Let's see where they mark this. It's going to be third. That's a gain of about 9. So you're right, Howie. 10 on the play. So it's going to be third and a yard. Van Gelder has done just about everything. He's blocked, he's caught, he's returned punts.
He has. He's been a very
phenomenal player for the Lions this year. Lions need to pick up a yard. Camp Smith keeps it, picks up more than a yard. So the Lions will get a new set of downs, first down at the 27-yard line.
Wait, why are you driving Jack's car?
When you get a team that has not had a lot of success and you get them down, you want to keep them down. You want to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, they have to do that. They have to do that. Get the offensive line to fire out a little bit more, stay with their blocks. They're doing an excellent job pass blocking. Their run blocking has been spotty in the early going.
Cam Smith comes up to the line of scrimmage, said something to Rabito on the way up. Hands it to Dioria, and he tries to get outside because there was no hole, and he fights, but he's got nothing. He's going to lose about 5.
Actually, it's about 9.
Yeah, he's knocked back 9 yards. That's correct.
Loss of about 9 yards.
So it's going to be 2nd and 19 now for the Lions, and their running game has really sputtered.
Second and long for the Lions.
Let's see what we have here.
Ball's at the 21.
Serault is the up back this time. He's offset to the left of Camp Smith. Camp Smith fires long, looking for Johnson, and it's overthrown, broken up. Nice defensive coverage out there.
Yeah.
That was Wynn, and it was Van Gelder. So it was a incompleted pass. It's going to be 3rd and 19 for the Lions.
Yeah, there's a little hand fighting going on if we can catch it on the replay, the two of them. But,
equally so,
yeah,
I think. Yeah,
equally so.
Nice defensive stop out there by number 3 for that's Sylvan.
Gene Sylvain. Sylvan.
So it is 3rd and 19. Clock is still moving now. They're going to make up time, even though it was an incompleted pass. They're just going to. Good thing the clock is being kept on the field. Camp Smith rolls, tosses, has Johnson. Oh,
nice
just
play.
knocked away. And that was a great defensive
nice
play.
Job. Frank Wynn on that excellent play.
Johnson was just breaking open, and Wynn stuck his hand in. Check it out here, folks.
Watch the corner of your screen. Dives.
Oh, boy.
Gets his hand on it.
Greg was off to the races on that one. Wynn is the man set to receive the kick. And Todd Dowry, one of our pregame guests, is going to be the punter. Ben Malisi, the snapper, he was dinged up a little bit last week, but not able to practice too much. Dowry will be kicking this from about the 12-yard line. Oh, a high snap, but he catches and gets a very pretty good kick. Needs a bounce to the 47-yard line where it's touched by the Lions. And Haverhill will start at 1st and 10.
Well, they started on the 48, the possession before, so hopefully the Lions can hold them here and get the ball back.
We'll go to break. Okay, Malden is 1st and 10. They're looking to throw, and they had a receiver, and it's in and out of the hands of
Gene Sylvain.
Sylvan. Yeah, Sylvan, the announcer is saying. Yep. So we'll say Sylvan. 2nd and 10. Right. Well thrown ball.
Martino throws very well.
Yes,
he throws it hard. He gets it right in the seams between the defenders.
Here, check it out
in
again.
The zones. Throws off that front foot.
Plants it and zings it.
Yeah.
And he had a man, just dropped. So it's 2nd and 10. They send 2 receivers to the right side. Keeps 2 backs beside him. Fakes, gives the handoff, and pretty good running yardage on second down.
Yeah, Sarah still.
Yeah, Sarah still is able to pick up about 8. It's going to be 3rd and 2. They take the ball to the 41-yard line of Chelmsford. A lot of this game has been played in Chelmsford territory.
Third down balls at the 41.
Trap.
They run it, and the Lions, nothing doing. The Lions stack that one up, a loss of maybe a couple yards. It's going to be 4th and 4. Let's see what Malden decides to do.
Lions showed good penetration that time and were able to.
They send the punt team.
Here's a replay of it. You'll see good penetration, particularly by Robito, and he was able to confuse the blocking a little bit. And we also have Kalender in there and Sorrell.
Yep.
Van Gelder back to receive the punt for Chelmsford.
This is a low line drive kick, and this is going to take a great bounce for Malden, and Chelmsford is going to be down to the 3-2-yard line where they will start 1st and 10. The last couple of drives, the field position has been atrocious for the Lions.
That was a nice strategy move by Malden there. It was a good kick by Sarah Still.
So 1st and 10, this is where you don't certainly want to make any mistakes. Rob, in terms of Malden, they seem to be doing what they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, again, we're seeing the kind of a spread concept. Very patient. They're throwing the ball a little bit to keep us on our toes. As Howie said, a very good strategy. You punt. Now we're on our 3. It's field position, and that's what the punt's all about. And they're keeping it close with what should be a better team of Chelmsford.
In the shadow of the goalpost is Camp Smith. He'll probably run it himself. No, he hands it off straight ahead, and not much there. Didn't expect to get too much there, though. Really, Dioria, the ball carrier.
Looks like you get up to the 5. The way the
there's a flag, I think, on the field. Is that a flag, or is that just a marking on the field?
I think that's a marking.
Yeah.
Yes,
not
it
a
is.
flag.
There's
Right.
one down here at this end as well.
Okay. So that's a gain of about 2 on the play. It will be 2nd and 8. Wish we could tell you how much time is left you see 3:55 on the screen, but that's not correct. Camp Smith to throw it. He throws it, and boy, they're just out of the break. Not able to, Van Gelder not able to, maybe threw it a little early, I think.
He threw it a little early, and Van Gelder was held up a little bit. They had a little press coverage on him by Sylvan.
They're starting to find out who the go-to guy is, and they're closing him down a little bit. It's going to be 3rd and 8, and if the Lions don't pick up a first down here, it's going to be great field position for Malden.
30-second timeout called by Chelmsford.
So that's their 2nd of the first half. I would say this is probably the smallest crowd that I can remember at a high school football game in a long time.
A long time, yeah.
Some people did make it down from Chelmsford. I think there are still some stuck on 128 that are trying to get down here, but maybe they'll make it. All right, Lions have their play. They're at the line of scrimmage.
But
nice big hole for Dioria here. And no hole at all. He gets it across the 5 to the 6. And it's going to be a 4th down, and we'll call it 5.
Right.
Did pick up 3 on the play. Dowry now needs to get the Lions out of a hole here.
You commented earlier, Bruce, that this is the 800th game of the Lions. You know that there'll be thousands of people that said they viewed the 800th game in the years to come.
Absolutely right. But we know we did. We have it recorded.
That's right.
All right, Dowry standing in his end zone. Need to get a good snap here. He does. And they block it. And they're going to recover it for the touchdown. They came and they blocked it. And Malden is on the scoreboard. Sylvan blocked it. Akari, number 50, recovered it, and there's the touchdown for Malden. And field position really paid off.
Yeah, the strategy with the punt right from the beginning when they punted and pinned the Lions deep inside on the 3.
Well, that's the idea behind that. You can't. It's not easy getting out of that end zone area. Chelmsford had a couple plays, only made about 6 yards. You forced a punt. We had leakage. I think they came from just about everywhere. Yeah.
It looked like it came from the kicker's right.
2-point conversion. And we've got a flag and walking into the end zone, but we do have a flag.
I do see there is a flag.
Savastil had the 2 points, but let's see what the call is on the field.
Flags on the play.
By the looks of this, Malden is moving backwards, so this may be a penalty on them, and it's a hold on Malden. So they had the play called, it worked perfectly, and there was a hold inside. So that will back them up 10 yards, and they will be starting this from the 12-yard line. So a 2-point conversion coming from the 12.
It had to be a quick hold because that pass was a bang-bang play.
You know, I didn't think they had time to hold either.
No.
It didn't seem like it.
Right. Well-designed play. Everyone, Malden went left, but Sarah still flared right, swung out to the right, and was wide open.
Malden does not look like a team that's only won a couple of football games.
No.
They're executing well. Martino.
Here it is again.
To the other side, to the corner, and it's caught, and it's caught for 2 points. Wynn caught it in the corner, and that.
Wow, great catch.
Good
throw.
Again, the Lions give up one in the corner. We'll go to break. We'll be right back. Here's the touchdown.
That's a block punt.
Yeah, straight up the middle. And then recovered by number 50, Acadia.
And then here's the extra point. This was the hold. This one was they had to come back. And they ran the exact same play, but they threw to the other side and completed it for a 12-yard extra point conversion for 2. And the Lions are down 8-7.
Kickoff to Dioria. He's going to run it back across the field to the right. He needs to get the corner. He does get the corner, and he makes a nice return out to about the 28-yard line. But the Lions are down by a point now in the second quarter. He takes it out to the 31-yard line or 30-yard line. All right, 31-yard line is where they're going to place it. 1st and 10, Chelmsford. And with a young team, it's tough to get down. They're actually going to place this on the 29-yard line.
Well, there must be. I don't know how accurate. We know the clock on is not that accurate, but we must be close to the haft.
Dioria pounds it straight ahead.
Still on his feet.
Still on his feet, and almost broke that one.
Yes.
Nice job by Wynn, was the tackler, number 4. He was the last guy.
Got the first down. Nice run. That time the offensive line had a good takeoff, good blocking. Stay with their blocks.
And we've got a timeout by.
Chelmsford at their own 39.
Who took that one?
We're getting the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. Okay, so we know now how much time is left. Ball at the 39. That was a pickup of about 12 yards for Dioria. Lions need to be in their obviously 2-minute drill now. Dioria is tackled by Wynn right at the 40. So nothing gained on that play. Wynn came up from his safety position and really put a lick on Dioria.
He did. That's a
Second down and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Lions are not in real hurry-up mode here. A lot of time is moving off the clock. But this time,
Malden is playing pass here, this defense.
Camp Smith fires, looking deep, and knocked away. Good defensive coverage. He used the sideline intended for Johnson out there.
Yep.
And that was excellent coverage. Number 23 was the man that covered.
23 is
Lee Long.
Lee Long.
Did a nice job deflecting that ball. It's now going to be 3rd and 9 for the Lions.
3rd down, about 9, ball at the 40-yard.
Surprised I haven't seen any flood pass or any back out of the backfield. We've been trying to go deep. They're certainly laying back on their heels, looking for the long pass.
May see a screen here. No, Jack
At
rolls
the
it
dash.
out, and he's
That's
got
what
the
we want.
receiver get out of bounds, and he did.
Right.
So
Right.
Van Gelder, I think.
Johnson.
It's Johnson. Yep. So that crosses midfield. Lions still have 3 timeouts left.
Yeah. Malden. We've been trying to throw deep on him, and Malden is respecting our deep ball now. So that opens up the intermediate routes. Nice route there by Greg Johnson. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. We had the first down.
They're at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Van Gelder is at the bottom of the screen. And a nice block for Jack. Jack looks to throw and is going to be taken down at the 47, loss of 6. And the Lions call timeout. I think he was looking for Johnson again, but
well, Van Gelder was down here, this side of the screen. Van Gelder was in this direction. He ran the dash this way, but the Lions have called a timeout.
This is the full timeout by Chelmsford. They scored on a Jeff Dioria run, and then they gave up a blocked punt for a touchdown. And that's where we stand. Each team with 1 score. Lions with a couple of timeouts left and about 53 yards to go. This is a point where you certainly would like to think that we might have been a little bit further ahead in this football game. I mean, ahead actually in the game. But they are trailing. Plenty of football left to play, though. Impressive performance, though, by Malden. Camp Smith, the sophomore, drops back, screen, completed, dropped. Greg Johnson coming across the middle. Set up well.
Yep.
You got to catch it before you run with it.
Right.
It's going to be 3rd down now. And
however,
16.
Johnson's coming across the middle. He's not the biggest guy, but we're throwing it up high.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I can see he had to throw it over a couple Malden players there.
He did. So it is a 3rd down situation now for the Lions. Andre comes to the bottom of the screen. Van Gelder's at the top with Johnson. They roll it that way. They fire it that way. And out of bounds. Stops the clock. They picked up about 10 yards on the catch. And they have a 4th down and we'll call it 6.
Yep.
They're up to the 43-yard line. So they have a 6 yards to go. They don't have to hurry. The clock is stopped here.
4th down for the Lions.
Camp Smith comes this way, fires it out. Van Gelder has first down and again gets out of bounds. What a nifty move.
Yeah.
Knows what to do when he catches it. He takes it to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Chelmsford. We don't know how much time is left, folks.
I like the play call. It's a run-pass option for Camp Smith. Try to run for the 6 or throw. He has the opportunity to throw. Van Gelder was wide open. Lions get the first down.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Here comes the play in.
We're guessing at 29 seconds.
Somewhere in that vicinity, I would guess. Your guess is as good as mine. They have 32 yards to go. Johnson, Van Gelder down to the bottom of the screen. Camp Smith is under center. Fakes the handoff. It's a screen. And Johnson not able to go very far, about 3. Chelmsford will call a timeout. So they take it to the 28. It's a gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6, but it's the clock that is the Lions' enemy right now.
The Malden defensive backs are covering the screens very well.
Yes.
They're locked on man for man and showing some good quickness.
Good quickness, good athletes.
They've had I think the Lions have better success with Camp Smith rolling, sprinting out with Surratt leading the way for him to either run or pass. You can see all the defenders around Johnson on that last replay.
There's the Lions huddle on the sideline. Eli Chimbakis to the left with the headset. Lenny Rapone in the middle of it. Bruce Rich. Lions need to kind of find a rabbit in a hat here. Maybe if there's really only 10 seconds left, they've got to go somewhere close to the end zone here on one of the next couple of plays. Rain has stopped. It's getting a little bit cooler as we go along, obviously. Great job by the telemedia crew tonight under a very adverse situation to set up. Just to get here was tough, and then to set it up.
And the weather deteriorated.
Yeah, they do remarkable things. Camp Smith looks, fires, and it's Van Gelder.
Yes, it is.
To the 20, to the 19. The Lions call a timeout.
All right, first down. Stop the clock. He wants to spike it. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to come to the line of scrimmage. He's going to spike it. So snap it, spike it. There is a spike. Okay, it's going to be 2nd and 10. They're at the 19-yard line. It's very frustrating not knowing how much time is left here.
Van Gelder went off with a little bit of a limp. I don't know if he got twisted the ankle or got kicked.
Any idea how many catches for Van Gelder tonight? Ooh, we have a computer malfunction, so we don't have any idea how many catches for Van Gelder. It is 2nd and 10. The Lions putting together a nice drive, but it needs to end sometime soon here with something in the end zone. Toss. Johnson can't quite hold on to it. A little bit behind him. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Looking at Charlie Calendar over there on the sideline, it's the ball is at the 19. It would be 26, 27, 30, about a 37-yard field goal. That's certainly within his range. Rob thinks 15 seconds to play, and 3rd and 10. So one of these next two has to go toward the end zone, I would say. Johnson comes down at the bottom on the left. They're looking that way. They fire it that way. He cuts back in the middle of face mask.
Yes.
Wow, 4 officials got that one. So that's going to stop the clock. It's going to push the ball half the distance.
Yep.
So it's going to be at about the 7. And it's going to be an automatic first down, but how much time is left? Personal foul, face mask. Nice catch by Greg, senior receiver.
For a face mask personal foul.
Is that the 2.5 seconds?
Now we've got, we have Kalinda.
The ball will be spotted at the 6
No,
yard
not
line
yet.
for the Lions.
Okay, the clock is moving. You got to move. They spike it, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And just about field goal time, I would think. Maybe one more play.
Well,
one more play.
Evidently, they're going to have time for one more before. No, Charlie's coming, so they must have checked the time to see what was left.
So Charlie will set this up and a timeout is taken by Chelmsford, their last timeout. And Malden will probably call a timeout before Charlie gets to kick this. The ball is at the 6-yard line. He's going to be kicking about 23 yards for this field goal.
He kicks 20-yarders for extra points, so 3 yards, he's always got enough distance.
Little bit of an angle to his right. Got a new holder. Let's see if that impacts anything. That's Van Gelder. He has 3 field goals on the season and looking for one right here. Malden will certainly be coming with an all-out blitz on this. All right. Van Gelder is going to be the holder. They're going to put it down at the 14-yard line, a 24-yard field goal for the junior kicker.
Setting up for a 20-yard field goal for the Lions number 20, Valley Calenda.
Good snap. Good kick.
And
it is
yes.
good. And Charlie gives the Lions the lead at halftime by a score of 10-8. His 4th field goal of the season.
Nice kick by Charlie, plenty of leg on it. Good hold by Van Gelder, good snap by Ben Malisi.
That was quite a drive to get those 3 points on the board for the Lions.
Yes,
Give
it
him
was.
credit.
Yep.
We have no bands here tonight, folks. We have just the Malden band, but we're not going to show that. We're going to take a break. You can try to warm up a little bit. We'll be back with second half action in about 15-20 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Bruce Bynum, Howie Neal, and Ron Berman with Rob Russo. And Rob's comments greatly appreciated during the game. The Lions are going to receive the kickoff to start the second half. A great drive by the Lions culminated in a 24-yard field goal on the last play of the half by Charlie Calenda to give the Lions a 10-8 lead.
Yeah, a nice momentum builder for the Lions going into the locker room, and now they're coming out to receive. Hopefully they can capitalize on this this possession.
Onside kick. The Lions don't cover it. Malden pulling out all the stops, and they recover the onside kick.
Number 3, Gene Sylvain comes up with the ball.
Bruce Rich doesn't think it went 10 yards.
Not really.
All right, he's out on the field now pleading his case, but to no avail. They're not going to get the ball back.
Wow.
A real heads-up play by Malden to get that is Bruce.
Be good to see a replay if we possibly can, but
From the 49-yard line.
First and 10, Malden. First play, second half. They hand it off straight ahead, and big hole blasting across the 45. Way is the ball carrier. Picks up 8 on the play. Sweeney, the tackler for the Lions. 2nd and 2. So there's a shock right away. The Lions just not expecting that.
No.
Second and about 2 yards. Ball 48.
Low snap, handoff, and this time,
Couple of missed
breaking
tackles,
a couple
three
missed
missed
tackles
tackles.
down the sideline with great speed, and just knocked out of bounds at the end of that run.
Right, Stara still.
Holding again. I think the 3rd time tonight, Howie, that they have been caught holding. The rain has started up again, as you can see on the screen. The Lions caught a break on the 2nd long run of the night. So that's going to push the ball back to the 49-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and we'll call it 8.
Well, you know, the Lions defense has not been bad, and they've held Malden to they haven't had any long drives, is what I'm trying to get at, I guess.
Yep,
and
true.
So to see them come back with the hold,
Yep.
you had to figure that's why they got the big yardage.
Okay, let's see what they come with this time. It's a toss to the outside. He gets a block on the outside, completed, caught, and taken to the 44-yard line. Rabito out there to make the tackle.
Frank Wynn.
Win the receiver. It's 3rd down and 3 now for the Golden Tornadoes. Coming out of the Greater Boston League. There are only 5 teams left in the Greater Boston League. Somerville, Cambridge, Windsor, Latin, Medford, and of course Everett. Here's the replay.
Dive fake, swing pass.
Could have been holding again. 3rd and 3, toss over the middle, complete, 1st down inside the 35-yard line. Wynn is a real good football player, and Martino's not bad either.
No, he's throwing the ball very well. Wynn has done everything here tonight. He's caught and ran. Doing a nice job.
1st and 10, Malden, 33-yard line. Announcer said 38, but it is the 33. Again, low snap and nice tackle by runs out of the grasp of Rabito. But Lions, he was able to slow him up, and a couple of Lions there to pick up.
I almost thought that maybe the quarterback's knee was down on that low snap.
Number 41, Chris Robinson there to make a play.
Pretty sure
2nd down, 7 yards to go for the Golden Tornadoes. They are at the 30-yard line of the Lions. Opening drive of the 2nd half, they recovered an onside kick. Lions need to dig their heels in here now. We need a stop.
Need a big play right here.
They blitz, and I think they might have been offside. No flag. No flag. I thought they had a flag. No flag.
All right, 3rd and 4.
Plays the ball carrier. 3rd down and 3.5 or so. This is 2-down territory for Malden. This is a big momentum drive for both teams. There's Tommy Souza trying to dial up some defense here for the Lions. Malden taking a little extra time in the huddle here. And they're going to take a timeout. We're getting close to a little delay of the game here. So Martino comes over to the sideline, 30-second timeout. And again, they do have 2 downs to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, they do. They took, Malden took an awful long time in the huddle. Do you think they had a pass play called?
Yep.
Screen.
Yep.
Then there was probably some question in the huddle about an assignment or something.
All right, everybody's ready now.
Same formation.
And we got motion. No, Lions offside, I think. That will give them the first down if that's the call. And it is going to be offside Chelmsford. So the ball comes to the 21-yard line, and it's 1st and 10, Malden.
Well, the Lions haven't seemed to come back from that surprise onside kick. They seem to be a little flat. Here's a replay.
I think a little flat is conservative. However, I think they're extremely flat. And it looked like they rocked again, and blasting ahead straight up the gut down to the 15-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 5. Santos, Robito the tackler. So it's 2nd and 5. They have not had a negative play in this drive, except for the hold. Hand off again. They stop him this time. Nice job by the Lions there.
Nice job in there. Good play, Robito.
Mark Souza there, Robito there. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now. So the Lions need to do that 2 more times.
Matt Robito had to come out. His helmet came off, so he had to come out. Has to come off for a play.
Malden does not kick extra points, so they really do need to get to the end zone in order to score here.
They don't kick field goals either.
Right, exactly. Toss outside and drilled. What a nice stick that was.
Matt Sweeney on a great tackle there. Great tackle. There was a flag on the play. Offside and defense.
Lions make the big play and they're offside. Wow. I don't know if we have the replay on that to see where the offside came from. I didn't see anyone move. It might have been lined up offside.
Alignment.
Here it is. Yeah, there's definitely offside. Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's a great play. Matt Sweeney.
It's a first down at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 11. The other thing that Malden is doing here is taking a lot of time off the clock in this drive. Some real nice moves on the outside to about the 1-yard line.
Right, he's reading his blockers well out there, trying to set him up. He's got great quickness. That was Sandstill.
Sandstill, number 5, was the ball carrier. Picked up 10 yards. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah, the pole's in the way.
So an execution of an onside kick has Malden in great position at the 1-yard line.
Going to be 1st and goal for the Golden Tornadoes at the 1 yard.
The Lions,
and the
nice
Lions
job.
stopped that. Did they fumble?
And there's a fumble.
There's a fumble on the play. Who's got it?
There's no call yet. The Lions have it.
Wow, they dodged the bullet there. Who's got the football? I didn't see who came off the bottom. Did you? Let's get that one on replay for you folks.
Boy, we had great penetration, and I didn't see who jarred the ball loose or who fell on it, but there was good penetration by the Lions, and it was looking in the, I think it was in the Pat Healy
The announcer
area.
said Serault, but
Okay.
I'm not sure of that either, Howie, but that's who they said.
Came up with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't know who caused it, but once again, the Lions are back at the 2-yard line, but they'll take this one. A great drive by Malden. Dioria in his own end zone has the football and gets nothing really, maybe a couple.
Nice tackle there by Sandstill.
You know, Malden does have some athletes, Howie, out there. Gain of a yard by Dioria. It's 2nd and 9 for the Lions.
Yeah, they do. They hit. They're playing very well.
Will the Lions put it in the air down there?
On second down.
This would be the down if they're going to throw it. This would be the down to throw it on. And trying to get to the outside and getting nothing.
Lost yardage from the looks of it.
Dioria again, and he probably went back a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. So we're in danger of giving the ball right back to the Golden Tornado. Rob, this looks like molasses out there and right now for the Lions.
Yeah, this is.
We came out of the locker room flat. They come right out, onside kick. Defense, good hit in the going in, stop the touchdown. Offense flat. It's kind of the theme of the day.
No, not even close.
And they toss one out to Van Gelder, and he's looking for a call there, but that's just good defense, and there was no chance for him to pull that in. The Lions are going to be punting again from the end zone. No doubt that they'll come after another one now. I certainly would.
Sure.
They'll attempt to block another one.
You know, there's yeah. What about a looking back now? You know, you don't see a quick kick anymore. 3rd down in a hole.
Yeah. That might have been a time to do it, especially when you're having blocking problems. They're lined up, 10 guys coming after Dowry. He does get this one away and a real good kick, but it's going to be great field position for Malden.
Yeah.
And great coverage by the Lions. They not only blocked it, they covered it.
They did a nice job, yes.
Lecken there.
Yeah.
And Russo there as well.
And Frecker. Yeah, Russo, yeah, right. Mike Russo right there, number 58.
So we've got a ball back in the hands of Malden High School. They are going to start this drive at the 35-yard line of Chelmsford. So 3 and out, and just nothing close to a first down. Martino on the sideline still getting the play from his coach. Coach is Joe Papagallo. Martino is a captain, a senior. He had a good season. Lions clinging to a 2-point lead. Way with the football. Or Win, excuse me. Win kept across the 35. Good defensive job by the Lions that time. Matty Verbito's had an excellent game, Howie, from his linebacker position.
He
the
has.
only captain able to play tonight.
He's doing a nice job of filling the gaps that have been created by some of Malden's blocking. The defensive line has shown spurts of keeping the shoulders square and keeping running lanes to a minimum.
We really missed the Marinos tonight. Hand off to the outside, almost caught in the backfield, and he now turns the corner as Win and picks up first down, close to first down yardage. Blaze, I'm sorry.
Just short of the 30 or the 20. And they said it was a first down.
Yeah, first down. They started at the 35, so he picked up enough yardage to get that first down, about the 12-yard pickup. So they're coming right back against the Lions again. And you can't keep dodging these bullets, I don't think. Rodney Blaze, the ball carrier, as you can see on the screen, number 2. Martino flushed, throws, incomplete. We've got another penalty.
Awfully, a late flag came in there as a hold.
Boy, if that's a hold, that's about the 4th one.
Yep.
And it is. So they're going to back him up 10. And I think it is the 4th holding penalty of the game.
There's been a couple on long runs, and I think this is a second pass holding call.
Yeah, there was one on the conversion, 2-point conversion.
Right.
So this is Only thing that's sort of stopping Malden some penalties. They're going to move them back to the 30. It's going to be 1st and 20.
Malden penalized 10 yards for a holding. 1st and 20. Ball's now at the 30.
Great time for a pick 6 here.
I'm looking for the slant in to win.
Yep. I'm sure he's going to touch the football probably on this play. He's to the right of Martino. Low snap again. It's an inside handoff.
Ball.
Great.
And the
ball's
Lions
on the
have
ground. Rapito and Kalenda caused that fumble. So Kalenda caused the fumble. Rapito with the ball, and we have a Golden Tornado on the ground, but he's just angry. And that was Blaze, and he put the ball on the turf. So now the Lions, here it is. Watch Kalenda. Yeah.
Excellent job by Charlie. Matt Rapito missed the opportunity right there, and Pat Healy is in on there.
One of the best field positions of the football game for the Lions. They're at the 35.
Well, this is the second possession of the second half, and obviously this is their best. They started on their own 3.
And a nice hole that time for Dioria. Excellent job by the Lions, number 70.
Yep.
Is that 75, the Lions?
76.
6, okay, sorry. Yeah, Jake Murphy.
Jake Murphy.
Yeah, should have known Jake would be there. Nice job by Jake. That's a pickup of 6. It's 2nd and 4. Just short of the 40.
Ball's going to be at the 39-yard.
Got to be coming close to the end of this third quarter, I would say. They give it to the up back, and he has good running room. That's Sorrell.
Steve, yeah, first down. Nice job. Good, nice quick burst.
About 10-yard pickup on that play.
All right, Jack Ashley, good quick, good blocker to help set up the 30 dive.
That's the, for Sorrell, that's his 14th carry of the season. Here's the replay.
Replay, you can see a nice block there by Jake. 79, I thought it was Jake Murphy, but Jack Hansberry.
Jack's a sophomore, folks. Dioria, the stretch play, does get it stretched, picks up some good yardage. The Lions showing a little bit more enthusiasm, certainly on this drive now. The defense has come up big on 2 successive drives, and now the offense is starting to pick it up.
Yes, Van Gel did a nice job blocking out on the corner on the secondary, and I'm trying to see if it was Jake Murphy, I believe.
Gain of 5 to the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5.
During the play, I'll just
Again, the handoff straight ahead.
Sorrell,
Sorrell,
30
big
dive.
hole and big run by Sorrell.
Yeah.
Took that ball from the 45 down to the 26, 19-yard pickup for Sorrell.
Right. The nice thing about that play is that the linemen don't have to hold their blocks very long. Here's a replay, 30 dive. Watch Sorrell first back through. Malden's not looking for Sorrell. Obviously, the Lions don't do a lot of fullback carrying, so they were eyeballing on Dioria.
1st and 10 from the 26. This is Dioria. He's not going to get the corner this time, though. Taken down for a loss of about 5-6 that time. Rob, the Lions are showing a little bit more enthusiasm in this particular drive, and I think we've just ended the third quarter.
Yeah, what we have is we have a spark, I think, as the defense had come up with another fumble. We have decent field position from that fumble. Now we're kind of attacking them like we should with our line and running the ball a little bit, getting the ball in Dioria's hands. And then Sorrell up the middle, a couple of good plays. Now we've got a quarter in front of us. Punch one in right now, and that's a pretty good deficit.
It is.
Okay, no scoring in that third quarter. And that's been a quarter that the Lions have not played well this year. They only have 41 points. It's been their lowest scoring quarter of the season, giving up 78 points in that quarter. So we didn't get any, but we didn't give any up either. That was a loss of about 6. Pushed the ball back to the 33-yard line. We'll come back with the start of the fourth quarter after this break.
Lead paint poisoning affects over 1 million children today. Just 3 granules of lead dust can harm your child. If your home was built before 1978, log on to leadfreekids.org.
Here's the Lions at the line of scrimmage, start of the fourth quarter. Bruce Byam, Howie Neal, Rob Russo, Ronald Berman. It's a toss over the middle. That's Lecken, and he completes the catch.
First down.
To the 15-yard line. Devin Lecken from Jack Kempsmith. One of the gentlemen working in the booth with us tonight, Howie, gave us an interesting comment about the fact that Jack Kempsmith's dad is a graduate of Malden High School.
Right, and he believes that he was captain of the basketball team back in the before the turn of the century. That's as far as we'll say.
First and 10, Lions, 15-yard line. Nice completion from Kempsmith to Lecken. That's a underclassman combination. Straight ahead with good line surge this time. Really came off the ball, picked up 5 for Dioria.
Right, I think the offensive line smells the goal line here, and they've got some bounce in their step as they come back into the huddle.
Some of that enthusiasm is a little bit taken out of the Golden Tornado right now, having 2 golden chances
well done
to score. Cam Smith has the Lions second and about 5.5. Fakes the handoff, rolls,
run,
looks, end zone.
Run.
And there was a flag in the end zone?
Yes,
no.
Flag.
Yep.
Actually, it's yes, there is a flag in the end zone.
Incompleted pass.
I think there was a hold. I think they were holding Lecken. So it's maybe half the distance because I think he was in the end zone. It was holding.
Boy, they not only hold on offense, they hold on defense as well.
Yeah, they were locked on, so to speak, in their coverage, and
really locked on.
Yeah, and Devin just couldn't get away.
The ball is at the 5. It's an automatic first down, first and goal, Chelmsford. And the rain is really picked up now. Although I think it's just on the screen. I don't see rain really on the sideline. Not much.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see Serault, maybe a 30 dive, and see if we can get him in there. He's got us down here tonight. Oh,
Dioria, he walks into the end zone.
Nice job, nice cutback.
16th touchdown of the season for the Lions. Puts the Lions on top by a score of 16-8.
Nice ISO read, nice cutback by Jeff.
And that was a real nice drive by the Lions there. A couple of completed passes. Here it is right now.
Nice block by Serault and the backer.
Rob, the offense needs to say thank you very much to the defense.
That's right. Very good.
Two fumble recoveries in the last quarter. The last fumble recovery sets up this touchdown. Chelmsford did a great job. They ran the ball, some controlled passing. Here we have Charlie Kalenda set for the extra point. And it is good. Some leakage in there, almost blocked, but he got it up and it's good.
Yep.
And that's good because it makes it a 2-score game, and we'll be back after this break.
Did you know that getting up and getting active for just 60 minutes a day is all it takes to help you get stronger, look better, and feel great?
Or that fresh fruits and veggies aren't just healthier and crunchier, they can taste better too?
Eating better and getting more active is easier than you think.
Yeah! Keep watching for some fun and easy ways to discover the magic of healthy living in your life.
America.
Let's get healthy together!
The dockside.
Chris Bime, Howie Neal, and Ronna Berman with, of course, Rob Rousseau, and Lions have just scored on a 5-yard run by Jeff Dioria to take a 17-8 lead. Nice kick by Charlie.
Let's keep our lanes. Good coverage here.
And
yes.
Good stick there.
Matt Sweeney, number 9.
Sweeney's made a couple of. I know where the sledgehammer's going this week.
Yeah. I think Sal Lopoli has his candidate.
Yeah. Mr. Wynn was planted at the 17-yard line. Charlie's had a good kicking night tonight.
Yes, that was a nice kick. That was tough to handle. The Lions kept their lanes, prevented any long return.
Biggest play of this game, though, was the fumble at the 1-yard line by Malden, where they were looking like they were surely going in to take the lead.
Yeah, gonna look for Malden to throw.
Martino gets a low snap. He rolls, he tosses, he completes. And a good stick by Frecker on the side. And that's Sanistro.
Joe Fontaine on the tackle. 27 was Joe Fontaine.
I thought it was 21,
yeah,
27.
Yep, nice wrap up there by Joe.
Here it is.
Here's the replay.
July, Eric was my grip and I almost got run over by a tank.
He wrapped his
there
arms
he comes,
up.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice going, Joe. That was excellent form. That's a gain of 6. It's 2nd and 4. And Lions there to stop this one. Another fumble, and the ball's on the ground again, I think.
We got a little scrum here, but I believe Malden got it.
Yeah, I think they got this one.
But it's back at about the 19.
Yeah. Let's see who's there. Number 40, 66 is the... Evan Naylor recovers.
Jonathan Morse was right there, too, trying to get it for the Lions.
That's a loss of 3 on the play. Makes it 3rd and 7 now. Holding penalties and fumbles have really hurt Malden tonight. The low snap, the ball is on the turf. Martino has it, looking, and throws it into the crowd, into his bench. So he did a nice job. He has had to bend over low snaps on probably 75% tonight.
Yeah, they were down by the ankles.
And it's a 4th down punting situation now. At least you would expect it to be a punting situation. Van Gelder is at the 50.
Sam still is back.
Sanistro to kick it. High snap. Sanistro left foots it out, drives it to Van Gelder. Starts across the 50 to the 40, straight up the seam to the 30 to the 20. Cuts it inside, and he is going to take it all the way, and I don't see any flags.
No flags.
A 50-yard touchdown return for Van Gelder. That's his 3rd touchdown of the season, and I think the first touchdown return of the season on a punt.
Yes, it was a nice job. It was what set it up was a low driving punt, so that Van Gelder had a running start, and coverage wasn't able to get down in
blocks. And he just did a lot of it on his own.
And a nice block right there, number 18, Pat Haley.
Pat just enough, and boy, did he finish that off with a great somersault. Here it is again.
All right.
He just literally untouched.
Right, yeah.
Right till the end. And not touched till he got across the goal line. Kalenda to kick it. Van Gelder, if he's not winded, to hold it. He gets it down, Charlie gets it up, and Charlie gets it through. His 3rd extra point of the night, his 23rd of the season. So the Lions have now broken this open with 2 quick touchdowns. And the coaches to my right breathing a little bit easier while we take a break.
And it is raining pretty well. The screen just, the on-field camera shows that it's raining really hard.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
No, there's one other
All
one
right,
there.
the kickoff. Mike Russo's one of the guys. Sean
Yep,
Sorrell,
Mike.
the tackler.
Yep.
Wynn was the return man of Kalinda's kick. He brought it back to the 20.
Here's the
There it
replay.
is.
Good high kick.
Win from about his 14. And Lattimore's there, and that's
Sorrell.
mostly Sorrell.
Mostly
yeah,
Sorrell.
along
He's
with,
got him in a bear hug.
Mike Russo there too.
Yeah.
Mike is a sophomore.
He's in at linebacker, the near linebacker.
Martino drops, fires an open receiver on the outside, and he
Oh.
has it at the 50. You got to make that tackle, though.
Yeah.
That's a real dangerous play. Kiernan, the receiver, and that's a big gain across midfield to the 44-yard line. Frecker, the man who pulled him down. Here it is on the screen.
Yeah.
He runs through one tackle here. That's
Yeah,
Fontaine.
that's Joe Fontaine right
Yep.
there.
And here comes Mike. And Mike finishes it off along with Frecker. A couple of underclassmen. And they're throwing it on every down now, and out it comes, and it's incomplete. Looking for number 9, I believe that was. That's a new number for us. Marcelin. It's incomplete, 2nd and 10, 44-yard line. And of course, here's the replay. Nice play out there by Sweeney.
Yeah, Sweeney's right there.
This will lengthen the game just a little bit with Malden throwing the football. Martino pumps it, steps up, it's flushed, steps up again. Boy, he eluded about 5 guys.
Yes, he did.
And he completed the pass to number 55 on the sideline. Unfortunately, he's not in the game. That was a good, nice little, maybe a receiver there in the making.
The Lions had a stunt on up the middle and forced Martino out of the pocket, and he eluded a couple of other rushers and then was able to throw it away to prevent a loss, a big loss.
That was Franklin Medino who caught the ball.
The
but,
receiver?
Yeah, he's
in street clothes.
Looked good. 2nd and 10 now for 3rd and 10, excuse me.
The Lions are missing somebody. There's a slot back wide open.
And there
right
he is.
there.
Whoa. And nice job in the secondary. And looking for Wynn. Broken up by Frecker.
Yeah. Lions didn't see him, or somebody had a missed assignment because Wynn was wide open from the get-go. Martino waited too long to throw that ball.
Down 16 now. Malden will not punt the ball on 4th down. And I keep going back to it, and I'm saying it again. The fumble at the goal line turned this whole football game around. Martino, 4th down, pump fakes, looking deep, looking incomplete. Looking for Wynn again at the...
Yes, Wynn over the middle, yes.
So Chelmsford will take over on downs. And Rob, would you agree that the fumble was the key play in this game?
Absolutely. Chelmsford took that turnover and capitalized with a touchdown. And that really started the beginning of a deficit I don't think Malden would recover from. And obviously, time's winding down. We have the ball. We could grind off most of the quarter.
Once again, I want to thank the Chelmsford Telemedia crew for yeoman work. This has been a tough season for them, folks. Ronno and I were talking on the way down. I think we said this is the 4th Friday of the season that we've had some type of rain or we've had postponements. Dioria, nothing, and a loss.
Dioria, the ball carrier, met hard in the backfield by number 10, Jensen York.
Jensen York, 5th one. Thank you. She tells me it's the 5th one out of 9 Fridays. Couple of postponements. This has not been the best of weather season. Not often you do a game, though, when you see the orange line go zipping past you at night, is it?
That's right. It's a, you know,
kind of neat.
We don't get out much, you know?
Second and 15. That was a loss of 5 for Dioria. Back to the 40-yard line. Lions trying to just keep the clock moving here, looking to pick up a few first downs. Cam Smith fires the out, and it's perfectly caught by Van Gelder. And I think first down yardage.
First down, yes.
15-yard pickup from Cam Smith to Van Gelder. That timing for those two is just unbelievably good.
That was very well timed there. The ball was in the air, and Eric hadn't made his turn yet, hadn't made his cut. See it right here. The ball's in the air. Now Eric turns. The ball was halfway. That's the way it.
Go ahead.
That's the way a receiver would like it. He'd like to turn around and have the ball about halfway, so it gives him a chance to sight it, make any adjustment to make the completion.
They work on that every day at practice, and it's you can tell. There's Serault again, straight ahead. He's having a nice second half.
He has.
Picks up 4 on the play.
I think Steve caused the fumble, perhaps down by the goal line. He recovered the fumble on the 1-yard line.
Sean, you mean?
Sean, yes.
Right.
I said Steve, didn't
I?
Sean.
Let's give him 4 on that play to the 42-yard line. Chelmsford just would be very content to do what they're doing, and so would the announcers and the statistician.
And the coaches
and
up
the
here in the
coaches
booth.
and the people in the truck, and yeah, absolutely. Be very happy. Cam Smith taking his time, doing an excellent job. Gives to Dioria. Tries to go get outside again, and he is going to lose yardage again.
All right, back to the 10-yard.
And a flag on the play. We might get holding on the Lions here. So that's a loss anyway, and I think the Lions are going to be backed up. And that's the first one, I believe, on the Lions tonight.
I believe you're right, Bruce.
It was declined. So it's going to be third down. They don't want to give Chelmsford another snap. 3rd and 10. And I would not be surprised to see Mr. Van Gelder or Mr. Johnson run to that orange stick over there and turn around.
Well, I'm going to be surprised because neither one
is in the game. I'm going to be surprised. It's a toss. Dioria. Now he has the corner. And he runs into a tackler at the 38-yard line.
Just short.
Duberville, the tackler. He picks up 8 on that place. It's going to be a 2nd and a 4th and a long 2. Here it is.
And 4th and a long 2. And Malden has a second group of defensive backs in there. So the Lions have a good opportunity to get the first down if they can break the line of scrimmage. Their starters are not. Their starters are not in there. Sarah still a win.
It's a 4th down whistle. Chelmsford called a timeout, I believe. They did. The Lions, Bruce Rich called a timeout, 30-second timeout. Bruce is looking for win number 127. The all-time leader in the history of Chelmsford High School football is Tommy Cato. And Tommy has 140 victories to his credit in 18 seasons. Bruce is in his 17th season, and he's looking to catch the great Tom Cato, one of the best high school coaches in Massachusetts, certainly in Chelmsford's history. Chelmsford's had 15 head coaches all time since 1927. So a lot of guys have stayed a long time.
They've had great success here, and why move on if it's you have great players that come out and they're very coachable. Good town support.
Longest winning streak by the Lions in their history was 18 games. They went without losing a game. We have a new tailback in the game for the Lions. And nice cut up the sideline, and with some room down the sideline, and he tripped on the line, I think. But what an excellent job by Connor Brown. Connor just went for how many yards on that play?
Is that, I don't.
About 21?
Whoops, Connor Brown.
To the 20-yard line.
Okay.
Connor stayed on his feet. He might still be running.
Connor, I want you to know that I can relate, Connor.
We've all done that.
We've all done that.
The most wins in one season for the Lions was 2007 when they posted 12 victories. But one more fact I'll give you that's really, I think, a real neat one is the let me find it for you first.
Connor Brown
Brown again. Started stepping for about 4. The 1965 team, Howie, allowed only 18 points the entire season. They had 6 shutouts in that season. They only played 8 games, but 6 of them were shutouts, allowed 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
That's all they allowed.
Wow. Huh.
That's, Mr. Peterson just made a remark that I'm not sure we should repeat, something about our ages. Connor Brown again, gets to the outside, hit from behind, and picks up a couple to the 15-yard line. Tom takes great pleasure and pride in reminding us of our age.
He can always twist that knife just a little bit.
He can. He's pretty good at it. Yeah, no, Rob doesn't think we're old. 3rd and 7 now for the Lions.
That's right. So anyway,
Ronna says we're all old.
It's all relative.
Cam Smith, Serrault behind him. They're going to wear out Connor Brown.
No,
it's not Connor Brown. I'm sorry.
Ben Sauter. Sauter. Sauter, is that correct?
Yep.
Sophomore running back.
It's 4th down. The coaches are leaving. They think the game is secured. We agree with them. The Lions have a 4th down. They're certainly not going to throw it, so it's going to be some type of a running play. And let's see who they have as the tailback. It's still number 46, and that's Ben Sauter.
Ben Sauter, right.
And they give it to Ben. He comes ahead and almost got the first down, but the Golden Tornado are going to stop them, and we're going to turn it over on downs. 1st and 10 at the 12 for Malden.
We have some
a lot of new defensive lines.
Defensive numbers in there. That let's see if we can get you Pat O'Keefe, number 94.
It's
Anthony LeBon, number 78. Excuse me, Bruce. Go ahead.
Hopefully, Howie, it'll be a little quicker ride home going back than it was coming down tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
Rob says we can always take the orange line.
Yeah.
Very good.
Connor Merrill, number 97, is in there.
Here it comes.
And it's 78, I said Anthony LeBon.
Martino back, looking for a receiver.
Still working.
Throws it. Caught again by one of the players on the sideline. So he's completed 2 to his bench.
Boy, I was watching 94, Pat O'Keefe, and he did an excellent job at rushing and keeping Martino back and not able to make the corner. And he worked through 2 or 3 offensive linemen. So Pat, excellent job. I know he hasn't had a lot of playing time, but
Pat also a junior.
Yeah, he looked good. He worked hard in that play.
It is a 2nd and 10 for Malden. Martino fires it to a receiver, completed, and the Lions gang tackle out there.
Yeah, it was Sweeney and
Mike
Delafleur. Dennis Delafleur too, number 34 was there.
That's a completion of 8 yards. It's 3rd and 2. Malden trying to hurry up a little bit. They obviously don't have much time left. Martino fakes fires the over the middle. It's incomplete. Had his receiver, and I'm impressed with Mr. Martino.
Yes, he's thrown the ball. He's thrown the ball very well.
Lions bring some more people in. It's going to be 4th and 2. Malden will keep its offense on the field. Rob, can you build from this game tonight, or was it an opponent that maybe was just a little lesser quality?
No, you definitely build. You know, we're on a losing streak, and now we've ended that, and we're going into a very tough Lowell, and then of course Billerica it speaks for itself. So this is definitely a build.
Completion to Win over the middle for the first down. So it will be 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jack Gillette, number 89, is in at defensive back over here in the bottom of your screen.
Toss to Win again. Mr. Win runs a little bit backwards and taken down by number 41 for the Lions, Chris Robinson. Had a good game tonight.
Chris has played well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tackled by number 41, Chris Robinson.
Completion of 2 yards. Timeout for Malden. They're trying to put another score on the board. Similar situation to what Chelmsford was in last week against Andover. They want to finish strongly. Just a personal aside, though, to Scott Moreau, our athletic director. There is head coach of Malden, Joe Papagallo, talking to his quarterback. And to finish that, I just assume Scott doesn't schedule this game again. It would be okay with me.
Well, maybe it'll be home next year.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, next year's schedules are all up in the air, really.
Right, we won't know who we're playing next year until
for a while.
The spring.
Toss to the outside and completed to Win.
Yeah, number 2, I believe it is.
Yep.
And number 55 was on the tackle, Jack Ashley. Was that Jack?
Timeout, Malden.
Offensive guard, Jack Ashley.
Hold on.
Perhaps my
Silvestri, the receiver. Silvestri, I'm sure, would love to have one play back tonight, the one he fumbled at at about the 35-yard line, and I know he would love to have that one back. It's 3rd down. It's 6 yards to go. It's a full timeout. It's a Malden timeout, and the ball is at the 37-yard line. Next week, the Lions travel to beautiful downtown Lowell, Colley Stadium, and
a heated press box.
Yeah, a heated press box. That makes one of our crew very happy.
But we can open the windows.
I can't. If they let us in, because last time we did the BC game, they wouldn't let us in.
That's right. We had to be underneath.
Right.
That's right. That was the MIAA.
Yeah, that's true. We'll blame it on them. That's a reverse.
To Win.
Win has some blockers. And
hit
from behind and fumbled, and Chelmsford, I think, has it.
Lions have recovered, and we'll give you the...
Who has it? Yeah, the Lions have it.
24?
24 is the recoverer, and that's Matt Daly. And Matt, the junior, recovered the fumble. And that's going to put a wrap on this one, I think, folks.
That was the last play.
Yes,
it was.
Yeah. So the Lions come away with a hard-fought 24-8 victory. They end their 4-game losing streak. Rob, Howie, last word.
Well, the Lions defense did an excellent job, created a couple of fumbles. Rob?
Yeah, well, like I said, we ended a streak. We ended a bad streak. So now Chelmsford going the last 2 games in the league. They're important games, I think, for our confidence. It's a young team. A lot of them are coming back next year. And then you want to end the season with 2 good wins against 2 good opponents.
Sure. Very quality opponents. Lowell is playing, were they playing Central tonight?
Central tonight, yes.
All right, so that was a
good opponent for them, yes.
Right, a good opponent. And next week the Lions will take on Lowell at the Colley Stadium, as Bruce has mentioned.
I want to thank Rob, I want to thank Howie, and especially Ronna for working under tough conditions tonight, doing a great job. Congratulations to the Lions. It was not easy being in a 4-game losing streak. Haven't had one since 1994. And their 800th game goes into the record books with a 24-8 win for the Lions. And for Tom Peterson, for Dan Sylvia, and the cast and crew of Chelmsford Telemedia, Bruce Byam saying good night and thanks for joining us.